Hey kids! Today we are talking about a very special time in your life called puberty. Puberty is a stage of life lasting several years when your body is changing more rapidly than usual. During this time of puberty, boys and girls experience some of the same changes, and they change in different ways from each other. For both boys and girls, their body begins to prepare for adulthood, which is exactly what the word puberty means, adulthood. Before I keep talking, grab your notebook or journal and write down 5 things that change in boys' and girls' bodies as they go through puberty. Then write down 1 thing that only happens to a boy's body and 1 thing that only happens to a girl's body. 7 things total. If you have no idea, you can also guess, and you'll find out some answers after. Pause the video here while you write 7 changes. So, what does happen as we grow up and our body changes, preparing for adulthood? What is puberty? Puberty is changes in our bodies, in our social circles or friend groups, and changes in our emotions as we grow up. Some of the changes happen in both boys and girls. You might have written down that both boys and girls get new body hair. They grow new hair under their armpits, on their legs, on their faces a bit, hair covering their private parts like the vulva and penis, which is called pubic hair. All of that is normal and it's good. Hair helps to protect our skin. Some people shave it and some people don't. Also, both boys and girls get taller and have voice changes, though boys' voices change more than girls. Both boys and girls can get acne. They start to perspire or sweat more. And both boys and girls need to shower more as they go through puberty because we get smellier. We need to wear deodorant every day once we're going through puberty. Have you ever realized little kids don't wear deodorant? The hormones in their little bodies aren't producing at the same rate as yours. So their glands in their body, they don't produce sweat like older people do. As grown-ups, from the time we go through puberty, we sweat and it smells because there's bacteria on our skin. Your body gets smellier and that's okay. You just have to start cleaning it more. Many kids also gain weight during puberty, while others might get extra skinny. All of that is normal. The main thing in puberty is that you are making healthy choices and talking to an adult if you're having problems in puberty. A problem like you're really sad all the time, or you're struggling a lot with your skin or your weight, or you're experiencing new emotions which are hard for you. Find somebody who you trust, who you can talk to. It's okay. Just find friends and adults who can help you. During puberty, totally natural hormones in your body begin to increase because your body prepares to reproduce or have children of your own one day. Puberty might begin right now for you. It might have already started, or it might begin in a few years. The start and end of puberty depends on your age and on your genetics. In other words, the time when your parents went through puberty. But whatever time it happens in is good. Some people are later than others. Some kids begin puberty really soon. There's pros and cons to starting puberty early, and there's pros and cons to starting puberty later. As you grow, you might have doctor's appointments. Maybe you go at the start of a school year, or when you're sick, or both. When you go, they might ask you questions about your changing body, and you can always answer honestly. Your adult should stay in the doctor's room with you so you feel safe with someone else there as you talk. Remember, all adults have gone through puberty. We understand what it's like. We know what changes happen to our bodies. Your doctor shouldn't make you uncomfortable. And if they do, talk to your trusted adult. As we go through many changes, it can be a lot for us. I'm wondering, what have you heard about the process of puberty before today? Take out your notebook again and write down 2 or 3 things you've heard about puberty and whether you think they're true or false things. What have you heard about puberty before? This could have been from an adult, a doctor, the internet, a friend. Pause the video here while you write. Don't forget to write down if you think they're true or false. I wonder what things you've heard of. People love to talk, and sometimes talking means there's fake news or rumors, lies going around. We have to be careful what we believe about the world around us, as well as our bodies. We all go through puberty as a part of growing up and preparing to have children. There can be rumors, and friends might talk about their changes, but we need to ask whenever somebody around us is talking about something we don't understand. Or we can ask somebody we trust later. Maybe they're talking about dating or the private parts of their body. Maybe they saw something on the internet. In that case, if you have a question, it's a great idea to ask a teacher you trust or an adult. So, the hormones in your body that are impacting you as you grow, these hormones are called testosterone and estrogen. You can write those down. These are naturally made. They're part of your body. But they increase during puberty, which is what creates all the changes. They affect your emotions too. All people have hormones. We're made that way. And changes are totally normal, even if they feel surprising or awkward. Changing emotions are part of the reason why puberty can be more difficult for your older siblings, cousins, or friends who are going through it. Emotions become stronger during puberty. And for girls, emotions are also affected by something called their period, which is a part of their puberty process. I have a whole other video on periods. For some boys and girls, puberty begins at 9. Others, 13, 14, or 15 years old. You'll go through puberty about the same time as one of your parents did. Don't worry about when you'll go through it or what it will be like. You'll survive just fine. You'll take it day by day. The main thing to remember is to keep talking to your adults, friends, or even counselors and nurses about any changes you have or questions that you're struggling with. There is no shame around questions and your body changing. You were wonderfully made. As you notice new hair on your body, new smelliness, deeper voices, changes in your chest and in your penis and vagina, remember to keep your body clean by washing it when you shower with regular soap and water. In general, but especially if your skin gets irritated easily or if you're more sensitive, don't put scented soaps, like perfumed soaps, on your body, especially near your vulva or penis. That might bother your skin, and it can be a sensitive area anyway. Wash the outside of your entire body, not just your arms, legs, and stomach. Ask for deodorant and face wash, pads and tampons if you're a girl, a razor to shave with. Maybe you can go out with an adult and celebrate those changes by buying some new things. You see, in other cultures, a lot of times, puberty is celebrated as a child grows. But in the States, we don't do that as much. You might notice that as you're going through puberty, you have questions or that you're becoming more sensitive to certain things happening. That's okay. I've mentioned that there's so many changes happening. What I want you to do right now is write down 5 healthy ways to deal with changes and challenges in your life. What are 5 healthy ways to deal with changes and challenges in your life? Take out your notebook again and write down those 5 healthy ways to deal with difficult situations. For example, you might write, when I feel stressed, I listen to music. Or, I pray. I go on a walk with a good friend. Hopefully, you wrote down some other healthy ways besides my examples to deal with challenging situations. Maybe you love playing with a pet, watching a favorite TV show, talking to an older sibling or friend. Whatever it is, take good care of not only your physical body as you change, but your emotional health too. Emotions are good to talk about. Even if we feel a little uncomfortable about them, it's good to get advice, a second opinion, or just share encouragement and a hug with one another in hard times. Puberty can also be really exciting. Earlier, I mentioned that some cultures do a great job of celebrating puberty and getting older. You might start to develop crushes on people or like another person. Your body will get taller or more full. You know your body is preparing you for adulthood. which is exciting. All of those are good, fun things. You might get new clothes, new products, new responsibilities. Go to a new school. Going through puberty is like getting a new superpower. It's special. The things happening inside the body are really special. Girls start to ovulate within their body with no effort. This means their ovaries release eggs, similar to how boys' testes and testicles release sperm. Sperm and eggs one day form into a baby when they combine. It's crazy to think about all of it, but it's true. We don't have to do anything to make this happen. We just grow older. It's also part of how we all got here. Hopefully, you have a couple good friends whom you could chat about things with during puberty. But puberty also might mean changing friendships. That's okay. We can find new people to be friends with if we're in a different stage. Friends become more important as you start to connect more with them in adolescence. That's normal. It's great to have friends with whom you're comfortable discussing tricky topics like acne, romantic interest, voice changes, growing appetite, your period, wearing new types of clothing, or just general changes in your everyday life. Sometimes talking about that stuff can help you realize that you're normal. Nothing is wrong. There's others just like you. But remember, not everything you hear from friends is true. If you have a question, ask, because you might need to fact check. Make sure that this is actually real information. But everybody experiences changes a little bit differently, and their stories are valid. I'm sure your friends or family are amazing, but that doesn't mean that they know everything about everything. We just have to be careful searching for information online or on social media. We can be cautious by double checking the facts and seeing what people's sources are. No one wants fake news when it comes to puberty, but searching for things can lead us down paths of really poor information, like from bloggers or bots or bad images online. Take a moment now and write out a question you still have about puberty. This could be anything. Pause the video here while you write out that question in your notebook or journal. If you want to, you can write more than one. So, as things begin to change in your body, continue to make healthy choices. This is good for you. When I mention superpowers, it makes me think of superheroes and movies I've seen. Maybe you've seen them too. A Marvel movie or a superhero in a TV show. Generally, the protagonist, the hero in those movies, has some sort of fear about their superpower. They also feel excited, and they feel a sense of possibility as change is happening. This might be how you feel too. You have new abilities. That's part of puberty. But if you've seen any superhero movie or show, you know the hero always has hard lessons to learn and times when they shouldn't use their power or they use it inappropriately. We have to be careful about our choices because they can impact us for a long time. As we end our time together, write down 2 things that happened to girls' bodies that you didn't write before, 2 that happened to boys, 3 that happened to both, and then last, write 3 ways to take care of yourself during puberty. So, 2 things that happen to girls' bodies, 2 things that happen to boys, and then 3 ways to take care of yourself during puberty. Thank you for listening.